guys, it's Adriana. Today I am going to be showing you how I cut my hair. And yes, I know I am an extensionless currently. I'm not going to cut my hair with my extensions in because I never do. But you can apply all these tips and stuff to long hair. This video is going to be extremely detailed because it is my most requested video. I'm breaking this video up into 3 parts. I'm going to put the times in the description so you guys can jump to each part if you want to. But if you're new to cutting hair, or you've never done this, or you're very unsure, or you have no idea what you're doing, I suggest watching the whole video because I'm going to give you tips and all this other stuff so you can get it right, hopefully, and I hope this does help you. And I just want to say, little disclaimer, if you screw up your hair, do not blame me. I didn't drag scissors through your hair, you did it yourself, so I just want to say it's not my fault if your hair gets messed up or if you mess it up. So yeah, let's get into the video. So the 3 sections are going to be, first one is everything you need to know and hairdressers. The second section is how I train my hair and how it's parted. And the third section is how it's cut, which is the layers and the bangs and all that. Now I'm going to start with section 1, which is everything you need to know about my hair and the hairdressers, because a lot of people ask me about this. First things first, everything you need to know about my hair. There are a lot of pros and a lot of cons about my hairstyle. Obviously right now it looks like crap because I've grown all my layers out and everything like that, and they're very long, and yeah, I need to get rid of the dead ends and all that stuff. Okay, so everything you know about my hair. First I'm going to go over the cons, which are the negative things about my hair. First thing is that it can take ages to style if you're new to having a hairstyle. It doesn't take me too long anymore because I have found out different ways to style it and my hair has started growing that way. But until your hair is, you know, used to being how it is, it takes a long time to get it right. Second thing is damage. Obviously if you straighten your hair every day, which I don't straighten it every day, but if you do straighten your hair every day, it's going to get extremely damaged, so I definitely recommend getting some deep conditioners, good conditioners, and protein treatments and heat sprays and all this stuff. Another con is whenever you go into the wind, your hair always gets ruined and you'll start to care a lot more about how your hair looks. So I mean, you know, those are the cons of my hairstyle. The next thing I want to talk about is hairdressers. A lot of people ask me, how would you describe your hairstyle to a hairdresser? Hairdressers will not probably get it right or how you want it because half the time people show them multiple images of different people, and the hairdressers try their best to get the images correct, but it's never going to happen because only you can get what you want right, I guess. If you do decide to go to the hairdressers, I suggest you just ask them to cut layers for you, like short choppy layers. They can do those correctly and all that. So I mean, if you do want to go to the hairdressers, you can. So on to section 2 of this video, which is how I train my hair and how it's parted. First thing I'm going to start with is how my hair is parted. Well, my hair is parted in 3 main sections. First section is this whole half, which just flows one way. Second section is the back quarter, or third probably, of my hair. And then the third section is the fanned out bit, which is this bit here. So I'm going to show you how my hair is parted currently. I hope you guys can actually see what that looks like. I really hope you can. So just the first section basically just flows one way. It's not really anything special, but when you come to the back, you're going to push your hair back like this. Preferably do it when it's wet because it will stay a lot better. Yeah, so like that. The second section is just flowing down opposite direction to the first section. The third section I would probably part straight up from the air, which goes like this, and it just flops down for now until I style it. And the first section comes forward a little bit and kind of swoops down. It's parted probably, the tip of my eyebrow is hair, so the part probably goes straight up and then across. So I hope that kind of helps you on how to part it. Here is how you can train it, and this is how I trained my hair to stay how it is. So all you're going to need is a hairbrush and some bobby pins or some clips of some sort. It doesn't really matter what you use as long as it will keep your hair in place. First, you're going to want to brush your hair into the sections that I've shown you. So you're going to brush it all out and lovely like that. And then all you have to do is take the bobby pin. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then you're going to want to take the third section of your hair by the ear, and you don't want to clip it like this, and so it's kind of like pushed forward a bit. It doesn't have to be exactly like this, you can do it to how you like, but it's best to just get the hair to start growing this way. So yes, you can look very stupid when you do this, but it does work, and I have had a lot of people say that it has worked for them. So that's how to get this side part to kind of come out. For the back section, if it's not sticking down, or if you're getting a bit of a cowlick like I have here, you can just clip those bits down, but I didn't have to, but if you do, you can just clip them all down. And then for the bangs, if you want them to sit like this, sort of swooping down like this, just take some clips. You can use more than one as well if you don't think it's secure enough. And then you just clip the hair close to the root. Try get one close to the root, because that way it will start growing like that. And then you're just going to get a clip and clip it like that, and then you can fix it in place. And so you have clips like that. And if you have any bits that stick up or don't swoop to the side, you can just clip it like this. And yes, I know it can look very silly, but you just do this overnight. You can sleep with them in. If you don't want to sleep with them in, clip it when it's wet, or blow dry it that way when it's wet. And this is how mine was clipped. I'll just make sure you guys can see that properly, because I want everyone to get as much knowledge out of this as possible. So yeah, so that's how I clipped my hair. And then you just take them out in the morning. They will move, or they probably would have moved in the morning, but that's fine. As long as it's been like that for part of the night, it should be fine. And do this for 2 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks, maybe even more than 4 if it's not working as fast. And your hair will start actually sitting the way you want it to. And now we're finally on to cutting hair. So obviously this part of the video is the most requested. This part is going to be the longest of the video. I've tried to make everything short and simple and easy to understand for everyone. All you're going to need to cut your hair is a straightener. Do not cut your hair if you don't have a straightener, because if you have little bits like this or bits like this that curl, you're not going to have a fun time, or this bit that curls in. If you don't own a straightener, do not cut this hair. If you think your hair's naturally straight, I can guarantee that you will need to straighten it at some point when you have this hairstyle. You need a brush as well. And last but not least, you're going to need some scissors. I'm just using stainless steel household scissors, as long as they're sharp and cut hair easily. So the first thing you want to do is turn your straightener on, and you're going to want to straighten all of your hair. Okay, so my hair is all straight. So the first part I'm going to start with is layers. This is very important to do first, because layers kind of bring the whole hairstyle together. So when cutting layers, I like to start at the back of my head first. So what you want to do is grab a section of hair, and you want to like flatten it within your fingers, and see, you can see like they might have grown out a lot. So let me just show you guys how to cut them before my camera dies. So you want to hold your scissors at an angle. You don't want to hold them straight like this. Hold your hair almost straight. Hold the scissors curving upwards with the hair as well. And you just want to make fine cuts, kind of dragging them up and down, and closing the scissors slowly as you do this. As you see, you got some hair in your hand. I should have really grabbed a bin. I'll just put a little pile of hair. And you can, as you see, I've cut layers already. You can do them as short as you want. Just don't do them any shorter than this, probably, because this right here is pretty damn short. And if they look kind of, you guys probably can't see because my wall's white, but if they look kind of chopped, like blocky, I guess, just go over with the scissors again, and then gently just cut them a little bit more. And then do this all the way down your hair. But if you, okay, I want to tell you guys a very, very important tip. If you have naturally long hair and you're not going to wear extensions, don't cut your hair layers really short as you keep going. Make sure the layers get longer as your hair goes down. Basically, you just do this with your whole hair, like this. Just keep doing this until you're happy with it. It doesn't really matter too much how much you do or how little you do. Just make sure that you have some sort of layers, because when you tease your hair, it looks really cool when you tease it and you see your layers all sticking out. It looks pretty damn awesome. And then do this the same on the other side. But okay, so stop when your hair gets around to your ear. So like section your hair off if you need to, like this, so that your hair where your ear is isn't, I know my roots are really pink by the way, they look very strange, but your hair by your ear, there's a big line through this. It's like a circle basically, straight for your ear to ear. Do not cut anything in there just yet because I'll show you how to do it properly. So just cut behind, and from the back of your head, don't really worry about the layers too much back there. I cut a tiny bit, but I can't really see what I'm doing. The other side, you want to do the same thing, just, you know, don't cut anything that goes past your hair because, you know, you don't want to cut those bits too short. Okay, so once your layers are all cut, I do want to say don't rush when you're cutting layers. It's really easy to mess them up. I don't want to have too many because I already did have quite a lot of layers, but once you've cut them, just go through and make sure nothing looks odd or like cut or like blocky or anything, because you don't want blocky hair. So I'm going to show you guys how I cut this side bit now. Let me just move my camera so you guys can see properly. Get all your hair and straighten it all out. If you haven't cut one of these side bits before, I do want to give you a tip that cut the side bit longer than you actually want it when you first do it, because that way if you do make an error you can easily fix it. Do not cut it the length you want it on the first go. I just want to, can't stress that enough. That is a big mistake people make. Okay, so I'm going to straighten this a little bit here. I like to get it perfectly straight just because it's easier to see how it looks. Okay, there's a plane passing over my house. I am sorry if you guys can hear that. So as you can tell, my bit's really long. It's actually cutting off my vision half the time. So you're going to want to straighten it, brush it down like this, like how you would probably usually wear it. And then you're going to take your scissors. If you do want to use smaller scissors, do not use the manicure ones with the curved end because that is easily how you screw that side bit up. So you want to grab a section of the hair. I'm just going to zoom in so you guys can see as well. Okay, a section of the hair by the eyeball. Be careful not to cut your eyeball. So lift it up and then cut it how you cut your bangs on a curve. So grab the hair, move this other stuff quickly. Okay, so grab the hair, cut it like how you cut the bangs. Cut it very gently. Squeeze the scissors very, very gently. Otherwise you're going to be like snip, and that's the end of that. So very, very gently. Take a lot of time on this. You could even spend an hour doing this just to make sure that you don't mess it up. Yeah, so you can just keep doing this to however you like it. I like mine so I can see I actually see, because it's very irritating if you can't see. So just keep cutting it like this. This way you get it to look spiky and not, if you see a lot of people cut them so they look straight like this. This is how you get to look actually spiky and look all fanned out, and this is the best method I've found out that I've used. I have used shaving razors before, and you know, they're okay, but they make your hair really curly and it actually damages your hair. Yeah, so just gently, very gently layer it like how you would layer the rest of your hair, but only use the end of the scissors so you don't cut big chunks out of it. And yeah, so this is how you cut this side bit. I just want to give you another tip, is that keep brushing it out so you can see what it looks like brushed out. Make sure that is kind of longer towards the end of your hair. So as you can tell, like it's gonna be shorter hair, and then get longer towards the bottom of the hair that you're cutting. And the good thing about doing little bits at a time is that if you do screw that bit up, you didn't screw up the rest of your hair. So definitely take your time doing, little sections at a time, because it is worth it to cut little sections at a time, because that way if you screw it up, it's not the end of the world. So before I cut any more, I like to get the rest of my bangs out and kind of see what it looks like when I have it sort of styled like how I usually would style it. So just making sure I haven't cut it too short or anything. So this bit up here looks right now, and I'm just going to trim the ends of these bits. I know this is going to be like cutting it from scratch, but I'm trying my best. I can't grow all of my hair out for this. I don't want to, because it's really hard not having a guide if you want to do a tutorial. So always look at a picture, by the way, if you do want your hair cut. I should actually be doing that. That's really bad of me not to. So next bit is this bit up here, which is a lot of people have trouble with. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like brushed down. So this is what it looks like brushed down. It is very long. The best thing to do when you get down here is, as you can see, this bit is very short. I don't suggest cutting it this short. I suggest having it like hair or like level with this bit here, but mine's just really short because obviously I was growing out hair because I cut really short bangs. So when you're layering your hair, you also just want to brush your hair out, how you want it to sit, looking fab, and you're just gonna layer it, not too much. I like having full bangs, but layers over here are good, and like some layers down there, and do layer this bit. As you can tell, I do have some layers, to give it more depth and texture, but down here you don't really have to worry about this bit too much. I suggest having it here and just having it like the same length. Mine kind of has like a little bit of a slope. I don't really know how to describe that bit of my hair because I haven't cut that bit for so long, but especially when you're doing these bangs over here, I suggest brushing your hair down when you're doing it and sort of cutting it like how mine is now. I'm not actually going to cut that bit of my hair, and I'm sorry that I'm not going to be doing that, but I'm trying to grow it out still. Like, it's still kind of a little bit too short for me, so I'm not actually going to be cutting that, but I'm going to give you guys some tips for it. Let me just zoom out so you don't see my face so close up. So yeah, I hope this kind of helped. For this bit here, I suggest at first kind of having your hair like this and then sort of layering it in a way. You can probably actually use the layering technique for it, but I'm not 100% sure because I haven't cut that bit in so long, and I'm so sorry. You're just going to style it. I do have 2 hairstyling tutorials if you want to look at them. The recent one is from wet to dry, which is probably really helpful. If you have any questions about anything, do tell me. I'll show you guys what it looks like with my extensions in, so you guys can see, and once it's styled, and so you guys can see what it looks like, because from the thumbnail you probably don't really know what it looks like, all finished. So anyway, let me do that. I hope that video did help you. This is what it looks like styled and stuff. I put my extensions in kind of really badly, but whatever. It doesn't really matter that much. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry that I didn't cut this section of my hair, but I tried. I didn't really want to cut it because I was growing it out. I hope I gave you some good tips though, and that you could at least try cut it and get it right. And if you do decide to cut it, be sure to show me how it looks, because I really want to know if my tutorial thing helped some people. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it, you know. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. So I'm holding a hairbrush. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in another video. Bye!